That's right, guys. You read the title correctly. I have transitioned into making new forms of content. Yeah, sorry for the clickbait, but basically this video is just going to serve as pretty much a life update slash channel update and future plans that I have for the channel. Also, this is completely off topic, but I am so mad with the current state of GTA Online with the new Court Center heist update. That was the stupidest update I think the game has ever seen. Genuinely the worst update of all time. Nerfing every single heist in the game. Like, I don't even want to play the game anymore. Like, I know I'm insane enough. I'm over level 300 on GTA Online. Thank goodness I already have everything because they just made the game impossible now. I'm getting off topic here, but the reason why I said that is because, you know, you're going to be watching GTA Online footage in the background. That's me doing the No Way Out mission back when it was double money and RP. So yeah, enjoy the gameplay in the background. So pretty much what has been going on with the channel lately? Like, why has my channel just suddenly turned into only making rant videos about Florida? Well, to put it simply, it's because of the YouTube algorithm. So basically, for those of you that don't know and that are new to my channel and that have only seen my channel now because of my Florida video rants, my channel used to solely just be about Gen Z. Like, I used to do videos about Gen Z. I did life after high school in Gen Z, trying to move out in Gen Z, like trying to get your first car, trying to get your first job, trying to move out, like literally all that sort of stuff, like all those topics, dating, everything. And that was initially what got my channel off the ground to begin with. Some of my most viewed videos to this very day were from that era of my channel, back when I used to do Gen Z videos. I did that for a while. That was my channel. I just did Gen Z content for 2 years. You know, it was all fine and dandy, but it got really boring. It got really old after a while. I hated doing those videos because at first, you know, it was brand new at the time. Like, oh, you know, I can talk about my life after high school, trying to move out, the current dating scene, trying to get a job, trying to get a car. But then eventually, once those were exhausted, what else is there to do? Like, I made probably like 5 different videos just on dating alone. I've made like countless videos about high school and then life after high school and then life after college, and made like college videos. So eventually it just got to a point to where I did not like it. Like, I hated making those videos. I was forcing myself to make those videos. The entirety of 2025 was pretty much just me forcing myself to make videos just for the sake of like having a video out there, just so my channel doesn't get banished into the shadow realm. And it worked for a little bit. My channel was still steadily growing, although not like too much. I think I went from 17,000 subscribers at the beginning of 2025 to just under 25,000. So like a 30% growth for that entire year. Eventually, it got really old. I hated making those videos. I did not like making freaking Gen Z videos because I had already talked about everything there was. I had talked about dating like 5 different times, like 5 or 7 different videos. I talked about high school for various amounts of times. Like, I lost count of how many times I've talked about high school. I talked about getting a job, trying to move out, living with your parents. I talked about literally everything. Everything that you can imagine, I talked about it. It was there. So it got old eventually, as things do, because I was talking about the same thing for 2 years straight since 2024 up until the beginning of 2026. So that came a point to where the videos weren't really doing as good anymore. So I needed to change. Like, I needed to pivot my content, because if I stayed within the exact same niche of just Gen Z stuff, you know, eventually it was just gonna die out because I can only talk about the same thing so many times. So I remember it was specifically when I was coming back from work one day. I was driving home and I just thought to myself, man, the traffic just keeps on getting worse. Like, it was not this bad when I first started working here. And then that's when it came to me. Wait a minute. I live in one of the most visited states in the entire United States, in one of the most tourist-based towns with some of the biggest tourist attractions. Everyone wants to move here. And that's when it dawned on me. I was like, oh my gosh, why don't I make a video on why it sucks to live in Florida? Because I've lived here my whole life. I know the ins and outs of everything. I know what's good. I know the bad. I know the ugly. So I thought, okay, you know what? Sure, I'll do that. And it was so much fun. Like, I think you could even see it in the video. I was just having the time of my life making that video. I was just screaming at the camera. Everything just rolled off the tongue. I didn't even have a script for that video, believe it or not, guys. That video was completely unscripted. I was just going off the top of my head, just going, all right, this sucks. Here's why it sucks. Here's especially why it sucks. Now, here's this other thing. Here's why this sucks too. Here's why it's actually not this fancy La La Land. And then I edited that video. It was super quick because I knew exactly how I wanted it to go. It was just fun. Like, those are the best videos. You just know. From a creator standpoint, the videos that are the most fun to make, that just roll off the tongue, that are just the easiest videos in the world to edit, you just know those ones are just the best kinds. And it paid off even more when that video started gaining traction. People liked that video. They liked that new style. They liked me screaming into the camera out of pure rage and anger rather than me talking about, yeah, guys, Gen Z's done. You know, this is so sad. that was refreshing to me because I could finally pivot my content. I was finally able to stop talking about Gen Z. Guys, you have no idea how happy I was when that video started taking off. So then after that, I was like, okay, well, this just opened up my channel to a whole different type of content. You know, the next video, I upload another Gen Z video. But then what happened with that Gen Z video only solidified my current belief with the channel on where I was gonna go. That Gen Z video flopped. It did bad. It did really bad because I had a new influx of people coming to my channel from the Florida video. They wanted to see more Florida content. They couldn't give two shits about my Gen Z videos. So that's when I said, all right, well, that's it. That answers my question. So I'm going to make more videos about Florida. So I thought, what else could I do? I talked about Florida. What about, I didn't touch too much on driving though. Okay, let's drive. Let's talk about driving in Florida. And boom, I did that. And funny enough, I didn't know this at the time, but one of my friends sent this to me. Apparently my driving video actually went semi-viral on TikTok. Like someone took a picture of my thumbnail and posted on TikTok and it got like 450,000 views. I was like, what the heck? That was like kind of my first bit of mainstream attention, I guess you could say, like as much mainstream as it is. I think it's safe to say that my channel is officially niche. I'm definitely not like a tiny creator anymore since, you know, I have more than 10,000 subscribers. As of me recording this, I have 31.4 thousand subscribers. It's kind of crazy that I'm even able to say that I have over 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. So that's what happened. My Florida video did well, then the other video did really well. And guys, it was just constant. It was just constant 1 out of 10. If you guys don't know what a 1 out of 10 means on YouTube, basically what it means is that imagine it like a race. If you have a video that is a 1 out of 10, that means it's in first place. It is the best performing video out of the last 10 videos you've uploaded. If you have one that's a 10 out of 10, which would sound good on paper, but it's actually not. It means it's in 10th place. It's in last. It's the worst performing video out of all of them. If you have one that's a 5 out of 10, that means it's like perfectly in the middle and so on and so forth. Like 3 out of 10 is the third best. 2 out of 10 is the second best. If you get a 1 out of 10 on YouTube, guys, this one messes with you mentally. Like if you have a really good video, you have a 1 out of 10, you literally get confetti in your YouTube studio, like when you open it up to that video. So it just further incentivizes you to do that. So that's what happened. People stopped wanting my Gen Z videos, so they wanted my Florida videos. So that's what I did. I gave the people what they wanted. I just uploaded more and more Florida videos. And eventually that spiraled. And now I think we're kind of getting to the tail end of that because, you know, as you guys know, it's no secret. I have uploaded so many videos about the state of Florida. Hold on here. Let me even like count them. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 full-length videos. Let's go to the shorts. I've even been abusing the YouTube shorts a bit. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my gosh. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 shorts about it. So I think it's safe to say I've exhausted this topic quite a bit. Like I've been talking about this for so long. I'm getting to that point to where I'm gonna need to start pivoting again with the channel because I can sense it. You guys are getting bored of it. I'm kind of getting bored of it too. I've made so many videos about Florida now. It's done well. I think I've thoroughly milked Florida for pretty much all it's worth. There's not really much else I can talk about. Like I've talked about pretty much everything there is. I've talked about why it sucks to live in Florida, why it sucks to drive in Florida, why it sucks living in Orlando, why Miami sucks, why I-4 sucks, why Tampa sucks, why I-95 sucks, why Jacksonville sucks, why the Florida Turnpike. Like you get the point. You guys have been asking me to make videos about different places, and that's what I think the move is. I'm gonna start moving over to different places. So the next video, guys, spoiler alert, the next video is about to be about Atlanta, Georgia. You didn't hear it from me. You know, you actually did because I just confirmed it. So Atlanta, Georgia's next. But then after that, I'm not really too sure what I'm going to make. That's what's been going on. That's why my channel has just been turned into Florida, just been Florida rants, hating on Florida. Future plans for the channel. So my Disney video was definitely most likely going to be my last video about Florida for a while. Little side note, most of you don't know this, but the Disney video I just recently uploaded was actually uploaded on my birthday. That's right, July 11th is my birthday. 7-11. I'm getting old, man. Getting deeper into my early 20s. I'm 22 now. Florida has pretty much been the basis for my channel for the last 4 months. There's only so much I can talk about within this state. So next video is definitely going to be about Georgia. So we're going to be talking about somewhere else for once. And honestly, guys, I've been thinking about, you know, live streaming on Twitch, or even just live streaming on this YouTube channel. Like, what do you guys think about that? Should I just start live streaming? Here, little lore drop for you guys I don't know. Before the Noth channel, I actually used to be a live streamer on Twitch from about like 2019 to 2022, I used to live stream on Twitch, and I was decently successful at the time. Like back at my peak, I was averaging 30 viewers, which doesn't sound like a lot until you realize that if you average more than 15 viewers on Twitch, then you're in the top 1%. I was doing double that. So, I was pretty chill. I was pretty chilling. I was thinking about that. That's just a thought that I had, if I should just like start live streaming so that way, instead of just seeing my videos once a week, once every week and a half, you guys will be able to tune in, say hi, say what's up, see what I'm doing. I could live stream myself editing a video, maybe even recording a video, or just playing some games. I've been thinking about starting a Discord too, because right now it's not really too easy to get in contact with me in terms of like, ease of access, because the only way to really do it is you can message me on Instagram, or you can reach out to my business email, but that's about it. And I see so many other creators, they have it just on Discord, which is definitely way easier. So I've been thinking about that too. I think I might start a Discord soon. But yeah, I'm ranting now. This video is gonna get too long, so I'm gonna end it here. That's what's been going on with my channel. That's why I've been making various amounts of Florida videos. That's why it's been like this for the past 4 months. And yes, it's about to change, and I have more ideas for what we're gonna do in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much about it.